When your brief is defined as develop a high-end cupcakery with wow factor, then you can be fairly well assured that it's going to be a fun project. The breadth of the business and its future revenue streams, both retail and wholesale, also meant that there were many considerations surrounding organisational structures and workflows, and that traditional business planning and conceptualization were not going to suffice in this instance. On top of the more standard objectives, having the intangible goal, the wow factor, as a core deliverable made this project even more unusual and exciting. As with all projects, it's advisable to start at the beginning, so we sat down with the client and began to define the concept, discussed and addressed limitations, and began to narrow down to what was essentially the core business operation. From there we began to talk financials and developed capital and operational budgets, along with a business plan that provided a framework for the client to follow as the business began to take shape. Comfortable with the long-term viability of the endeavour, we began to look more closely at the design elements of the front of house, retail space and the production kitchens where the wholesale product would be produced. The goal was for them to be cost-effective and scalable, but also have the production capacity to meet the substantial forecasted demand as the business grows. A great deal of time was spent reviewing production processes and streamlining procedures in order to reduce time and costs, but this initial planning yielded very effective systems which have been paramount to the business's sustained success. Seeing that the business is operating in a very niche market and will be reliant on growing that market if they wish to achieve continued growth, an effective marketing and brand strategy was going to be crucial. CETN worked closely with the client in conducting market research and formulating a recognisable and targeted campaign that would generate awareness and editorial-worthy content for the media. Once Sparkle Cupcakery began operations, CETN was retained by the client to monitor the business operations and to hold the client accountable to the various goals and key evaluation criteria that were outlined prior to launch. Sparkle Cupcakery have undergone substantial expansion since its launch and have acquired numerous large clients for its wholesale business that has helped supplement the revenue generated through the flagship store and kiosk. Having a clearly defined growth strategy and an understanding of the business's core value proposition has been integral to Sparkle Cupcakery's success.